Dan Bedandi for TruthRadioShow.com. Today's May 5th, 2014, and what a weekend it was. This Saturday going into Sunday, May 3rd and 4th, there was a big drill in Boston, Massachusetts. They had the Urban Shield, it's Operation Urban Shield. It was conducted with all the local law enforcement in the Boston area, along with state police and FBI and other federal agencies. It was a joint task force. First of all, the drill I went to was a school shooter drill. Was in Brookline, Massachusetts, and several agencies took turns and conduct that drill of a school shooter. Second was hostage crisis at the City Hall in Boston. Went there, and when I was there after the basically what went on in there is the school one, they let the press see the whole thing. But the City Hall, they limited it. They only to see the SWAT team go through the hallways. Even though I did sneak around to get footage, then I got kicked out of that portion. We weren't supposed to be in that area, but the thing is, we're supposed to be able to see all the drills, and all of it actually. And I asked a question to the director of MEMA, that's the Massachusetts Emergency Management Association, Renee Fielden, whatever her name is, and I asked her, I was like, well, are you using federal agencies and such to take part of these drills, and basically are you going to use them for on the streets? She goes, well, yeah, an emergency. And I asked her, I was like, well, what about posse comitatus? Is that not a violation of that? Which, for those who don't know what it was established in 1878. It forbids the military and federal agencies to police on American soil to prevent dictatorship. And basically she goes, straight up, I'm not going to answer that question. And she walks away. It's like, ma'am, you need to answer the question. And she just kept walking away. And the old tactic, I'm talking on my cell phone, that. Then we move on to the big drill, which was at the convention center. I got there, and myself and a couple other media members went to go get in, but we had this super cop basically showing off, being a Billy Badass, said, no, you people can't come in. Well, sir, we're the press. We're supposed to be here. Who told you that? I'm in charge here, nobody else. And he's just like ranting around and like saying that he's in charge and everything else. And myself and a gentleman from NPR News said, hey, the mayor said in a press conference that yes, we are allowed to view and observe the drills. However, he started using bullying tactics, whatever, kicked us off out of that area. Then myself and several other members of the press, we started calling City Hall and say, hey, we're supposed to be there. And one of the directors of the Operation Urban Shield met up with us and basically stated that yes, well, all right, we could be there, but it's going to be limited time. So they did allow us in to watch 7 people practice. And it wasn't a drill, it was just 7 people practicing. Now, mind you, before we got in there, had to be about 1,000 people. There's firefighters, the actors, state, local, federal police, all outside getting that riot gear up and everything else. And they said, oh, this is the drill. When I questioned them, this is not the drill. And again, the woman from MEMA was there, the director from Operation Urban Shield and such, and some diaper bag police officer or federal agent, whoever he was. This guy gave me a problem all through the day. And basically it was the same people every drill you went to. And basically, anyway, we said we were allowed to film up to 15 minutes, and we were told we couldn't go near a group of people that was up the hallway a little bit more. We're not allowed to go near them or even point our cameras toward them. So basically, when our time was done, and I'm asking, wait a minute, we want to watch the drill, not people practice. First, oh, that's a drill. It's like, no, it's not. What about the people outside? We're not dumb. And I told the other members of the press, I think we're being snowballed. So it raised a little bit of questioning. And then they're like, well, this is over anyway. Plus the press is not allowed to observe the drill. It's closed for the press, the real drill. And I'm like, well, what are you trying to hide then? And, well, no, it's just a drill. It's like, well, why can't we watch it? It's like, that's our taxpayer money. The taxpayers and the citizens are obligated to know, I mean, you people are obligated to disclose what you're doing with our taxpayers, especially the military and police. It's supposed to be disclosed to the public. I mean, I can see if they're going on a mission, they're going to keep the stuff confidential until they complete the mission. But a drill, the public is supposed to be well aware of it and what they are doing in that drill. And I informed this, but you know, the Constitution is a joke to these people. And basically, when we were walking by that, you know, mysterious group of people, I'm asking, who are these people? Oh, they're just spectators. Well, if they're spectators, why aren't we allowed to spectate the drill? They're like, oh, well, they're police. And, you know, I was like, well, how about the Homeland Security and higher-ups in different agencies? Well, then they actually admitted to it. And, you know, then we were being led to a press conference. A mini press conference. It was the Boston Police Chief and, again, the director of MEMA, Renee Fielder. I asked the police chief, hey, basically, is this condition the public to prepare them for a police state? And the thing is, when we were walking there to the press conference, the police chief and the director of MEMA was behind me. Now I could hear her. I didn't get a chance to turn my camera on. I could hear her telling the police chief, "Oh, that's the guy, the bald-head guy in the black up front. That's the guy who's asking the constitutional question about posse comitatus." And them two are just chuckling, ha ha ha, like it's a joke. So basically, the police officer, the police chief, already knew what to expect when I asked the questions. And I asked that about the police state and why are they militarized as in the state, the Boston Police. We're not militarizing them. Well, why you, and why are you using federal agents and military to police the streets? He's laughing. Oh, you gotta go back and check your YouTube videos. That didn't happen. That didn't happen in Boston bombing, in Watertown. No, none of that happened. Even though we got pictures and videos of police, military, and federal agents pointing guns at citizens, police in the streets, but, you know, he's laughing it off like it's a joke. He's basically saying I'm misinterpreting posse comitatus, because I don't think he didn't even know what it was. And I directed my attention to go again to ask the director from MEMA, Renee Fielder, basically, again, ma'am, could you please answer the question? You know, yes or no would do. I'm not going to answer your question. So basically, I went to say, ma'am, you need to answer the question. So this diaper bag cop, I don't know if he was a captain or some federal agent. Anyway, he gets in my face like, you know, that high chin raised thing, like he's like some Billy Badass. That he's trying to use intimidating and intrusive police tactics on me. You know, the old stupid police psyops they learn. Anyway, try to say, "Oh, hey, I'm talking to you. Oh, I'm talking to you," like that. Saying, I'm asking her a question. No, she don't have to answer you. It's like, yes, she does. She's the director of MEMA. She's a public servant. Okay, she's obligated to answer my question. I'm a member of the press, and plus the people, the citizens need to know this information. She's obligated. No, she's not. Yes, she is. And you go, why say she's not? It's like, you know, excuse me, sir, the Constitution overrides your authority. You don't have no authority in the first place. And he got like real flipped out. Then he's like, what do you want, drugs or something? You want me to give you a drug test right now? I'm like, well, first of all, you could try because you're not going to do it. I know my rights, and stop stepping up like you're Mr. Get Bad, basically, I was telling him. And I got a little cough here because it's been a long weekend. But I basically told the guy off, and he's like trying to run his mouth. Oh, you guys are out here, whatever. And I got it all on video. And all this is going to be aired on Infowars.com because I went there for Infowars. And basically, this guy's running his mouth, and I didn't back down at all. It's like, yeah, basically, the guy was a joke, trying to throw what little powers he has around, like throw his weight around. And the police chief just grabbed him, but he's on the way up. The thing is, the police chief just mocked my questions, laughed at him. Even on the way out, he's like, oh, have a good day, sir. You know, just laughing like it's a joke. It's a joke that they use military and stuff on the streets. It's a joke that they use federal agents on the streets. It's a joke that about posse comitatus. The Constitution is a joke. And the director of MEMA, she's just a sniveling twit. Bottom line, and these people don't care about the Constitution or public safety. We know what they're doing. This reason why they blocked off the full drill from the press, because one, all the federal agencies and the local town police departments and the state police, they were working for one thing. They were drilling for terrorism, folks. They were drilling for urban warfare against the American people, for mass civil unrest and gun confiscation. That's what they were doing, because Homeland Securities were the directors and sponsors behind the scene. I seen tons of Homeland Security trucks parked on the other side of the lot, where the lot, I'm sorry, and we didn't get a chance to get videos of that. I wish I would have, because I thought they would all be together when I went around the back, but obviously they weren't. And so they were directing traffic, so to speak, and we know what this was all about. It's a united task force, basically, the state, local, and federal police and military, to go door to door, confiscate weapons, and for mass civil unrest. That's why they blocked it off from the press. That's why they didn't want us in the convention center in the first place. But myself and other members of the press demanded the city hall to let us in, because the mayor stated in the press conference earlier that week the press is allowed to observe all the drills. So we pushed out wait, and basically when I was confronting these cops, they like act like they're in charge, and I'm like, first of all, sir, the First Amendment overrides your whatever authority you have. It's a public interest. First of all, it's public taxpayers' money that's going on. Then he says it's private property, and later on, I asked one of the directors, actually the director of this convention center, he goes, no, it's public property because it's owned by the city. The city of Boston, the state of Massachusetts, owns that convention center. So therefore, it's public property. And, it's just contradictions with these people. They don't care about the Constitution. But I don't want to spill it all, because it's a great report. It's going to show all the drills. I even got footage I wasn't supposed to get. All this stuff is going to be in these reports coming out this week on INFADES.com, and also on the INFADES Nightly News, and Alex Jones' channel as well on YouTube. And they're all going to be available, and hopefully they'll be out tonight and tomorrow on INFADES Nightly News. And there's a lot of information, folks. But where this all gets to, again, Operation Endgame by Homeland Security. And folks, I seen it firsthand, folks. And all the people, it was publicly announced that they were doing these drills. No public showed up to these things. It's even inquisitive what was going on. Instead, the sheeple were all walking around Boston worrying about the Boston Bruins game, in the playoffs game, because it was they were down 1-0, and they were all worried about the Bruins winning. Other than, hey, police and military and federal agents are practicing to come get your weapons, practicing for massive arrest. But, of course, in front of the press, they practiced for these school drills, which that was legit. But the one in the convention center, they put on a little show. 7 people put on a little practice show just to pacify the press. And even the mainstream media press knew that they were being snowballed. And most of the mainstream media were over at the island over there in Boston. I forgot the name of the island. Moon Island, for another drill that wasn't even nothing like the one at the convention center, because the convention center was like the main event, so to speak. And that's where all the agencies all got together and did a unified drill. And the reason why it was blocked from the press, because there's gun confiscation and all that other stuff. But anyway, we're about out of time. And folks, again, look for these videos on INFADES.com and the INFADES Nightly News. And this is Dan Bedondi for TruthRadioShow.com.